This is one of the best, if not the best, setups in Destiny 2 right now. And there's a good chance it's what I bring into the Witch Queen Day 1 raid. And I'm a Warlock man, and I always thought Warlocks were way better. But now the Void 3.0, that might not be the case anymore. So I'm going to show you what I got going on with the Void subclass, the armor, and then at the end I'll show you the well mods that just make the build even stronger. So I'm going with the Towering Barricade, Catapult Lift, but Strafe Lift is also popular. Shield Throw, Vortex Grenade, very important. Okay, it sucks the enemies in. It's the strongest grenade. The aspects are also very important. Bastion. You get an overshield when you stand behind your barricade. And I'm going with Offensive Bulwark, so whenever you have your overshield, your grenade charges faster. And then going with the Fragments. Echoes of Undermining, also very important. So Vortex Grenade, Bastion, Echoes of Undermining, that's really the bread and butter of the Void 3.0 for Titan. So I'm also going with Echoes of Remnants, so your Void Nade lasts longer, and Echoes of Expulsion. Void ability Final Blows cause targets to explode. So you're getting Undermining, which is the debuff, the 15% debuff from any enemy that touches your grenade. It's lasting longer with this fragment. And then when they die, they explode. Plus you get 10 intellect, which is always nice. Okay, so now going with the armor. The exotic piece we're going with is Heart of Inmost Light. So it's all about ability spam, and the ability spam is insane. But starting off with the helmet here, I make my helmet solar so that I can put on Ashes to Assets, because grenades are really everything in Void 3.0. That's like the big change, is the Echoes of Undermining is the best thing that was given to us, in my opinion. So I'm going with a solar helmet, and all my other elemental well mods are tied to an element affinity. So I put elemental ordnance on my helmet, which spawns an elemental well that is your subclass element when you get a grenade kill. So it's going to be void, since we're using a void subclass. Okay, and then I'm also running a heavy ammo finder because I'm using an exotic primary, which has a greater chance of spawning in the ammo finder bricks. And also, Exotic Primary's got a 40% damage buff to miners in PvE, okay? And then I also go in with Blinding Grenade Truth Teller. Mine also has Demolitionist, which is also a little added bonus. Okay, so moving on to the gauntlets. I like to make my gauntlets void because of this mod right here, Bolstering Detonation. You get class ability energy when you cause damage with the grenade. You don't even have to get a kill, you just have to cause damage with it. So that's even faster barricades. And I'm going with Overload SMG always instead of an SMG loader, because even if you're not shooting at an overload champion, if you're just shooting at any enemy, overload rounds cause the enemies to do less damage to you. So like in a Grandmaster Nightfall, you can overload a boss, and if it would normally one-shot you, like in the Hollowed Lair Grandmaster, if the boss would just one-shot you, if you make sure he's overloaded and he shoots you, he won't one-shot you, assuming you have the correct element resist on your chest piece. But it is a big difference. So like going into a contest mode raid when everything's shooting at you, if you're hitting it with an overload round, like an auto rifle or a SMG, then they will do less damage to you, which is very nice. And since this is void, I'm going with Reaping Wellmaker. Whenever you use your class ability, you spawn in a void elemental well, and so whenever I use my barricade, my next kill with a weapon will spawn a void elemental well, which is very nice because I'm going to be spamming my barricade. On the chest piece, I made this one void also just because all my well mods are going into Well of Tenacity. Also, since this is void, we have the artifact mod, Thermal Shock Plating. Very nice artifact mod. It just gives us arc and solar damage, so we can fit that on our chest piece. I'm going with Concussive Dampener. It obviously depends on what the damage output is in the raid from the enemies, because I can easily just switch to a void resist. And also with the changes to Ascendant Shards, you don't need an Ascendant Shard to change the element of your exotic anymore, or legendary armor. So yeah, Tenacity is the 50% damage reduction. So Protective Light and Well of Tenacity kind of traded places. Tenacity now has the 50% damage reduction, but it's up for a shorter period of time. But your shields also do not have to break in order for this to be working. You'll see a resist come up on your screen when you pick up a Void Elemental Well. It's for a short period of time, but if you can get it going forever, then it's very strong. But that's the tough part, is getting it consistently. I'm going with Seeking Wells as another armor mod, just because if you kill an enemy with your grenade or a weapon, like out in danger, you don't want to run out there and grab the elemental well. You want it to just come to you from maybe while you're behind your barricade or from safety. So that's why I made my boots arc, so that I could put seeking wells on. I have the 10 energy filled here, but absolution, you don't really need absolution. And if you wanted to go with like a grenade launcher scavenger, then you could just swap the recov for a discipline mod here, and now you can fit any energy scav, because they're pretty expensive now, 5. So just with these two mods right here, the discipline and the seeking wells, you still have enough energy for the most expensive scavenger mod. And then the class item, also very important, the element. It is an artifice armor mark from the Grasp of Avarice Master. I'm going with 2 utility kickstarts. They're very cheap, just 1 energy apiece, and it gives your class ability back when you use your class ability. So you'll see in the clip at the end here, I just popped my barricade, and I already have a percentage of my barricade back. It's very nice. So, and then I'm going with elemental time dilation to make the tenacity last longer. It lasts like 3 seconds longer, so it goes from like 5 seconds on your screen to 8 seconds, which is, you know, a bit better. And then again with the overload rounds that I talked about with the SMG, the same thing applies with the overload grenades. So we're going to be spamming so many grenades, and all those enemies are going to be debuffed with the Echoes of Undermining. They're going to be overloaded with the overload grenades. They're going to deal less damage to you. They're going to take more damage. The synergy is insane. So these are my stats. They're pretty good. They could be a little bit better if you were a Titan main and saved more legendary armor. In the video, I have 1 tier less resilience, and I'm still getting my barricade very fast. Another thing to note is when the enemies run through your barricade, it blinds them, and you can just do like 1 quick little bunny hop over the barricade and throw your grenade, shoot your blinding grenade launcher, shoot your rocket launcher, that kind of a thing. So you're not even losing your overshield at any point in time.